And we're back. I'm Betsy, and I'm sitting with a man who has been making music for half a century. He's got over 30 record albums out. He's the big band leader that plays at many, many gala events, including every inaugural President's Ball since Eisenhower, with the exception of maybe one or two. You'll correct me on that in a moment. And he's played at wedding parties for Prince Charles and Lady Diana. He's played at wedding parties for Christy Brinkley and Billy Joel. He's also played for the Queen herself. And I'm sitting with society's biggest band leader, Lester Lanin. Lester, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Is it every President's Ball you've played for since Eisenhower, or has there been...
The only one we missed was Carter, President Carter.
President Carter's, but
yes.
Other than that, you've been there
all
every
of them.
time.
I didn't play for McKinley.
That was before. Now, the question is, are you going to be playing at Bill Clinton's inaugural ball coming up?
Well, I'm very optimistic that we'll be hearing from him shortly.
Very shortly, you'll
yes,
be knowing.
Yes.
And if you do, you know he's going to get up and jam with his saxophone, right?
Well, he's good. He's good.
Have you heard him play?
Yes, I had him on the show, the television show one night.
He registers okay in your book.
He's good fun, as Cole Porter would say.
He's good fun. Okay. Now, Lester, you have quite a repertoire of songs at this point. My God, what is it, something like 5,000 in your repertoire?
Well, the men in my band, they're geniuses. They're wonderful musicians, and they can play hits, popular songs from 1930 to 1992. Thousands of songs we don't know and don't play, but hits, we play them all.
All of them, okay.
Yeah,
and
we do.
You, aside from your own Lester Lanin band, you employ about 35 other Lester Lanin bands, is that
Many orchestras, but they're set units. But when someone calls, and we're very busy on a wedding in September or June, we're very, very busy. I say, I can't serve you, Mrs. Jones, we're busy. What's the matter, Lester, you're getting independent? I said, no, nothing of the kind, just I won't send you an orchestra that's not organized, won't represent my name and do justice to your lovely daughter. They say, oh, anybody you said will be good, Lester. I said, no, that's not it. And that's what in other words, it's got to be top or nothing.
Top or nothing. How many pieces are actually in your orchestra? Or does that vary also?
It varies slightly, sure.
Depending on the needs of whoever books you.
That's right. Wedding receptions can be from 3 men up to 15. Of course, sometimes I've played Ross' lovely daughter's wedding just recently. The third daughter played. And I had a great big band and 8 fiddles for the receiving line.
8 fiddles, wow.
Yeah, for the receiving line, 8 violins.
You have quite an alumni also of band members that have come and worked, vocalists as well as musicians. You had, Billie Holiday at one time, I understand?
Very beginning.
And Doc Severinsen from the Tonight Show band, all different.
Yeah, he's a nice man, a wonderful player. Well, you can name a lot of the popular stars, and I'm very happy to have been associated with them. Louis Armstrong is one of my dearest friends. He was with me for years. The Jonah Jones, so many men, Bobby Hackett and many of them. Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey. Benny Goodman played third alto in my band for a while, and fantastic clarinet. I'm not bragging, I'm just being grateful.
Well, you should brag. Now, in terms of all the gala events that you've played at, I mentioned some of them, but you also played for the Aga Khan Ball,
Prince and Princess Aga Khan, yes.
Right.
The wedding reception.
The wedding reception there, and Valentino's 30th celebration.
Yeah, it's in Rome. Yeah,
in Rome?
That was a lovely, lovely party, and he's a wonderful man. He's a real lovely gentleman. Yeah.
And who else did I read about? Let's see, it was, well, Malcolm Forbes.
The 50th and the 70th.
Oh, both, 50th and 70th. What was that bash like?
Well, the 70th was, well, the 50th was big enough. They had about 3 presidents there. And the 70th with all those helicopters, and Elizabeth Taylor got $1 million check for AIDS, and it was a lovely party. Yeah, and he was a fantastic man. Too bad we lost him. But he has this nice family now, nice boys and girls who represent him.
And when you do an event like that, is that something they book you like a year in advance or something, or is it...
Well, sometimes you engage anywhere from 6 months, 2 years in advance. But About 20 years ago, 30 years ago, every once in a while, once a year or once every 2 years, a girl would call and say, Lester, you know, you introduced me to Joe at Princeton at the junior prom. Well, we're married and we have a little baby now. It's 3 weeks old. Would you put the, and so maybe a hotel like St. Regis or something, or the Ritz or whatever it was those days, put the date down 18 years later. and thank the good Lord I played it.
And it worked.
And happened every once in a while.